The Spiritual Significance of Solitude, Khalwa and Company Suhbah. In Sufism, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. On the spiritual path, balance is key. Sometimes the journey calls for deep introspection and withdrawal, while at other times, it necessitates connection and communion. Today we'll explore two fundamental yet seemingly opposing pillars of Sufi practice. The Spiritual Significance of Solitude, Khalwa and Company Suhbah. Discover how Sufis master the art of balancing these powerful forces to achieve profound inner purification and spiritual advancement. Join me as we unlock the wisdom behind withdrawal and companionship. We yearn for moments of quiet reflection and inner peace. Yet we are also social creatures who thrive on interaction and belonging. The human need for both solitude and connection. It's not about choosing one over the other, but understanding the unique role each plays in the seeker's journey. Dhikr, contemplation, prayer, and devotion to Allah. As human beings, we inherently seek both solitude and connection. Sufism, with its profound understanding of the human soul, recognizes the spiritual necessity of both. Just as the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, engaged in retreat in the cave of Hira before his prophethood, he also lived in active community, emphasizing brotherhood and mutual support. Khalwa. The inner furnace Khalwa literally means seclusion or retreat. In Sufism, refers to the spiritual practice of withdrawing from worldly distractions and company to dedicate oneself fully to remembrance. It is a period of intense spiritual discipline, often undertaken in a quiet room, a small cell Khalwaga, or a natural setting away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Purpose: to purify the ego, quiet the mind, break attachments to the world, and establish an unbroken connection with Allah. Analogy: it's like entering an inner furnace to burn away impurities, or a deep dive into the ocean of the self to find the pearl of divine presence. Examples: the Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, retreats in Cave Hira. The 40-day Chilla retreats practiced in many Sufi orders, and the general emphasis on quiet contemplation. The benefits and dangers of Khalwa. Dangers include: when undertaken correctly and under proper guidance, Khalwa offers immense benefits. Intense spiritual progress, accelerated purification of the heart and soul, deepening Dhikr and Muraqabah, greater focus and absorption and remembrance and contemplation, spiritual unveilings, cash and visions, increased receptivity to divine insights and experiences, inner peace and stillness, profound tranquility cultivated away from worldly noise. However, Khalwa can also be dangerous if not undertaken with the right preparation and, crucially, under the guidance of a qualified spiritual master, Murshid. In Sufism, it refers to the spiritual practice of being in the company of pious individuals, sincere seekers, and especially the living spiritual master, Murshid. It's about learning, sharing, supporting, and reflecting spiritual states off one another. Delusion and ego inflation. Mistaking personal thoughts for divine inspirations, and the close relationship between a Murshid disciple and their Murshid, psychological imbalance, without proper grounding, mental and emotional distress. Satanic whispers, increased vulnerability to negative spiritual influences. The Murshid acts as a protective shield and a discerning guide during this intense process. Suhbah. The spiritual mirror Suhbah means company, companionship, or association. Purpose: to gain knowledge, learn proper conduct, adab, receive spiritual transmission, fade, strengthen faith, and find support in the collective pursuit of Allah. Analogy: it's like being in a garden where everyone is cultivating their spiritual growth, like a mirror reflecting virtues back to you. Kuba, particularly with a genuine Murshid, is considered indispensable for most seekers, especially at the beginning of the path. Examples: the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, who learned directly from him. Sufi gatherings, majalis, Dhikr circles, and when to return to company for nurturing, guidance, and service. The benefits and necessities of Suhbah. The benefits of sincere Suhbah are profound. Spiritual transmission, fade, baraka. Receiving blessings and spiritual states directly from the Murshid or pious company. Misconceptions. Gaining clarity on subtle spiritual issues. Maintaining enthusiasm. Being among like-minded individuals helps sustain motivation on the path. They are the two wings upon which the bird of the seeker's soul ascends to Allah: adab and akhlaq, ethics. Learning refined character and etiquette by observing those who embody them. Humility. Seeing the virtues of others and humbling oneself. If this lecture resonated with your spirit, please like this video, subscribe to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed, and share your thoughts on balancing your own inner and outer life in the comments below. Until our next spiritual unveiling, may Allah bless us with both purifying solitude and enriching company, protection from delusion. A Murshid can immediately correct deviations or misinterpretations that might arise in solitude. Sufis say the one who has no sheikh has shaitan as their sheikh. It is the very essence of Sufi essence, striking the balance, the art of integration. The Sufi path is ultimately about integration. True spiritual mastery lies in knowing when to seek solitude for deep personal work. Khalwa purifies the inner. Suhbah refines the outer. Khalwa cleanses the heart. Suhbah teaches us how to interact with creation from a purified heart, like inhaling and exhaling. One breathes in divine essence in solitude and breathes it out into the world through good conduct and company. The Prophet, peace be upon him, example, his life perfectly balanced periods of intense worship and contemplation with active engagement in community, leadership, and teaching. The journey requires both withdrawal for inner work and return for service and manifestation of divine virtues in the world. Neither is complete without the other. Two wings of ascent, Khalwa and Suhbah, are not contradictory but complementary. One provides the internal fuel and purification. The other provides the external guidance, support, and refinement. Mastering this balance is key to cultivating profound inner peace, genuine outer beauty, and an unwavering connection with the divine. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of solitude and companionship in Sufism.